Welcome back to the Bellied Up podcast. We are here at the Toad Lake store here in Frazee, Minnesota. Charlie is here with me. How you feeling this morning, Charlie?
Getting crazy in Frazee. And Miles, I got to be honest with you, I had one of those bad sleeps last night, man.
Yes, you did.
I had one of those bad sleeps. I went to bed 12:45 thinking, okay, we can get up a little bit later. I can get a full 8 in. But 4:45 on the dot, I woke up. I'm sorry, 4:43. Yesterday, same exact time I woke up, 4:43. It's the witching hour, Miles.
Well, you started to reach that age, Charlie, where you just start waking up earlier and earlier.
You know why you wake up earlier and earlier at that age is you just... If you're doing life right, folks, it's really a sign that you're doing life right, because during the day you compartmentalize. You stick your feelings right down in the box they belonged in, okay? And they're not supposed to pop out, okay? But you don't show them to other people. But then at some point while you're sleeping, when your guard's down, that's when the little witches in your stomach open those boxes up. And that's why they call it the witching hour. I'm not talking about sleep today. What I do want to do is our first ever Bellied Up bar coffee review.
Yes.
And I would
it's
like
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
At the TLS.
I was the guy that came here, and I will also say the Toad Lake store didn't blink. They didn't give me crap. They didn't nothing when I said, can I get a cup of coffee? And that's how you know this is a fantastic place, because it's not only serving your day drinkers, but it's serving like your morning coffee.
Yeah, it does. It's like it feels a little, it's got the best mixture of a diner and a bar in one kind of vibe.
It's a diner, a bar, and a log cabin all in one.
If they had a baby, that's what the Toad Lake store is.
It's a diner and a bar had a love child while the log cabin cooked is kind of the thing, you know? And it's a beautiful spot. I see a bonus hole machine here. There's dollars on the side of the walls. There's the top of a wiener and a little flower that you put on your vest.
Corsage.
No, it's when you go to a wedding and you're in the wedding and you're a guy, and then at some point during the wedding, some woman before the wedding starts comes up and she puts usually it's a woman, not being sexist, puts a little flower.
Yeah.
That's on the wall next to the top of a rubber penis. I hope it's rubber. Hopefully it's not just been buried in formaldehyde. Anyway, let's get to the coffee review.
Okay. So, Charlie, first, before you taste it,
Yes.
let's talk about the mug.
Oh.
Because I tell you what, drinking coffee out of a good mug will make it that much better. And what does yours say?
This might be the best mug I've ever done. Bud's Milk Calling, Dent, Minnesota, 1990. And it's got a picture of a truck separating the Dent, Minnesota, 1990 from the Bud's Milk Calling. And it's like a clip art picture before clip art.
Yeah. It's what clip art was invented off of.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, presentation, my eyes are feasting right now. How about your mug, Miles?
So I just have a Christmas tree with presents underneath and a teddy bear.
Oh my gosh. And Santa is the Jack in the Box. It's a Santa in the box.
Yes. And you know, what's better than Christmas in July, Charlie? Well, I guess when this comes out, it's August, but Christmas in August. So cheers, Charlie.
Cheers, Miles.
Here's our first ever coffee review on the Bellied Up pod.
Oh yeah.
I tell you what, that is not an artisan coffee. That is a put some hair on your chest coffee.
Miles, tell them what you...
What do you think of it?
That's some hospital coffee right there, Miles.
I would say it's a step above hospital coffee, okay?
No.
It's like a fresh brewed hospital coffee.
Don't you might be getting me wrong about hospital coffee, Miles. Hospital coffee is not bad. When was the last hospital? When was the last time you were in a hospital? Just kidding.
I didn't say that hospital coffee was bad. I just said it's reminiscent of hospital coffee.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I'm definitely gonna drink all of this, Charles.
Here's what I think. I think that the coffee that was used is coffee that would have come out of a tin coffee deal.
Yep, came out of a tin coffee container.
Possibly a Kirkland kind of variety, Costco sort of purchase, but I don't get the sense that this is that exact brand, but it's of that caliber of coffee. But the love that was used in double scooping it, like getting the filter right where it is for a normal cup of coffee and then tossing in a couple more.
Mm-hmm.
This is really jet fueled up.
I just think my dad would love this coffee. It's like my dad would drink it and think that he would go to the moon, being like, this is phenomenal coffee. And it is good coffee.
It's the kind of coffee your dad drinks in the morning on your way to a fishing trip and halfway through just gets bored and starts lecturing you about something that's not going right in your life.
This is dad lecture coffee.
Dad lecture coffee is what this is.
So cheers to that, Charlie. There
cheers
we go.
To you. We got to give it a ranking. And it's tough because it's the first one.
Are we going stars? We going 1 out of 10? We going, how do you want to rank it?
I think what we can do is let's do a little star action. Let's do star action.
All right, 5 out of 5 stars. I'm gonna give it a.
We'll do 3, 2, 1. Say it. 3, 2, 1. 4.5. 3.5. You say 4. I say 4.5. You say 3.5. It's a 4.
It's a 4-star.
4-star coffee. I like it.
All right.
All right.
Well, now that we got our coffee, Charlie.
You like how I just did a high 4?
Yeah. High 4.
Yeah, that's great.
And 4 stars is good. So, guys, that's the first ever coffee review here on the Bellied Up podcast. We are now got our caffeine in us. We are bellied up to the bar, and we are now ready to take some callers. Are you, Charlie?
Let's rock and roll, Miles.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Bellied Up podcast. You sound like you're driving. Who's on the horn?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They call me Loaf.
Loeb?
Yes, sir. They call me Loaf.
Like
Loafe.
Loaf.
Okay, we have a loaf on the line.
Talking to Loaf here. Loaf, where you at? What you hauling?
I am somewhere out in the desert in Arizona, and we are hauling some condensed whey.
Okay. Some condensed whey. Do you know what that whey will be used for? Or
is it going in a protein shake,
or are you
brother?
just hauling it and don't asking questions?
I'm a don't ask questions kind of guy. I pick it up one place and I take it to the next.
You're moving stuff from point A to point B. I love it. Well, why don't you belly up to the bar with us? Tell us what's on your mind, Loaf.
And I got a bone to pick with all these people driving cars out here on the road, man. As a professional truck driver, I obviously know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. But these cars, tell me why all they do is get in front of trucks and slow down.
Well, I'll tell you why, Loaf, as one of those other cars on the road. I'll tell you what we're thinking. I'll tell you what the common folk are thinking. When we're passing you, we're scared. And so we're zooming up to like 80, like, don't hit me. I hope a tire don't pop off or whatever. And then we get into the slow lane, and then we want to chill, and we figure you're a big old, semi. You're not going that fast anyway. So, and also, people are on their phones. They're distracted. They're not paying any attention. They don't know how to use their friggin' cruise control. I mean, you're dealing with disasters out there on the road. Is that the biggest issue, is that people pull ahead of you? Because you're in the slow lane usually. I'm not judging, but your name is Loaf.
I might be in the slow lane, but I'm definitely not going slow, man. I'm cruising right along at 75 mpHs, brother.
75 mph. And are you locked in? You're locked in on that cruise control? Do you ever just use the pedal? Do you ever
all day long?
Oh yeah, you never touch that gas just for fun?
Nah, that's too much work down there.
Yeah, his name is Loaf.
That's true.
Okay, so what really makes you the most mad about people who will pass you and then slow down? Is it that you think that they're doing it on purpose? Is it that it causes you to not be loafing and have to maneuver the truck more? What really makes you mad?
I think that's what it is, man. And like, I'm gonna give you a great example. I got white Kia in front of me. This guy's passed me 2 times already, and I've passed him 3 times, and he just passed me 1 more time. Now we're just going back and forth here.
Man,
I want to share the road with everybody, but this guy just keeps up and down, up and down.
What if he's flirting with you? What if this is a cat and mouse game? What if he's having fun? Or you know?
You misreading the situation, Loaf? You know?
I might have. He was kind of giving me the puppy dog eyes while he was passing me.
Yeah, did he give you the old pull down to try to get you to toot your horn at all? Have you been looking?
Maybe. I haven't been looking that much, but I saw that sparkle in his eyes, you know.
Well, what would be your tactic to do you have something that works in order to tell what should a car look out for? I think this is a thing. I think your average driver out there is not paying attention to semis. We almost view the semis like almost that there's not a driver because it looks like there's a big old monster in there, you know, because it's a huge thing. So I think people are not they're not viewing the humanity inside of the semi-truck driver.
Truck drivers are people too.
I know. You know? And then people should know that.
Yeah.
People should, but they don't. What's the best, most appropriate way to act for a truck driver? Are you on 2 lanes right now?
I am on 2 lanes.
So the people who want to move slow are going over to the slow lane. But maybe there's something about being behind a semi that gives people anxiety. A, B, they don't want to draft. C, they probably think, oh, I'm going to go faster than a semi. Look how big that thing is. So consequently, they judge you because they don't understand you. So help them understand what you're trying to do in that right lane on a 2-way highway situation and how you would prefer they act.
You know, we're just trying to get from one place to the other. You know, we just want to be big road whales in peace.
Yeah.
We just want to be in the right lane, at our cruise control, and just let everybody go about their business. But
yeah, okay.
When they get in front of us and slow down,
yeah, I got a strategy.
Then we don't go about our business.
I got a strategy for you that you could try out. It's in that flirting lane that we talked about. So what you need to do is next time you pass them, you need to make eye contact with them and give them the call me signal, right? Like call me and then maybe like a heart with your hands and maybe mouth I love you.
Okay.
And really actually seem like you're coming on to them because then they're going to be like, oh, this is uncomfortable now. And they're going to speed up past you. I got to get away from this guy.
There you go. Make it a more, I see, Miles, while you were explaining that, my head was drifting into paint on the grill, like set cruise control 275 or get behind me kind of a thing.
Yeah, you could do that too.
You know, but I do also like the creepier version of it. You make a real creepy truck, people are going to stay away in one way or another.
Yeah, just paint on the side of your truck. Want some candy? ? Something like that.
Yeah, or meet you at exit 57, you know?
Yeah.
And then
going with this.
What's that?
I like where we're going with this.
Yeah.
I like the creepy approach. Still into my eyes.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
Good.
basically your goal is to scare them away so they go faster and get out of your way.
But what do I do when somebody likes it?
Well, then you speed up past them. You know, then you got to put the pedal to the metal.
But I'm pegged out, man. I can only do 75.
Yeah.
Do you have a limiter on your semi?
Yep. I'm pegged out.
Wow, I didn't know those things had limiters on, so they can only go 75. So then you can use if you're in front of me, don't be going less than 75. Yeah, but you never know where, you know, there's not something standard you can necessarily put on your front grill. Let me ask you this. I think the creepy thing works with the 75 deal. What are other pet peeves that drivers do?
I got to say, one of them, the one where they just come up next to us and they sit there for miles on end.
You are not the first truck driver to complain about this to us.
Yeah, we had one other truck driver call, and these are the two big things. That's why we wanted to take your call. We wanted to find out what are all the things and sort of get a bigger sample size of truck drivers, because I think truck drivers super informative because they see the road the most. They can help us all become better drivers. So as you were saying, them going right up next to you.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And it's not really that, you know, we care so much about it. We're going to stay in our lane. We're not going anywhere. But people don't understand is if we blow a tire, that thing's going right into your car. The amount of force that those things have it's insane. It's like a bomb going off. You know, so it's more of a, for their safety, just clear us, you know, get on, go about your business.
Yeah. See, every time I'm passing a semi truck, I always think about that, and I'm just like speeding up, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! But what a rush! I gotta tell you.
Yeah, maybe you just have adrenaline junkies that's pull up next to you and ride next to you for a couple miles. They're just like chasing that high of can I die or not?
I never thought of that.
Loaf. Have you ever had a car go underneath? Have you ever had a car go underneath your semi, Loaf, like in Fast and Furious?
I feel like there's been people that have thought about it.
That would be me.
I've seen some people sit right there, kind of looking over, maybe measuring, gauging that gap, but no one's done it yet. It'd be cool.
Well, none of them are Vin Diesel, so that's kind of that.
Yeah.
All right, so folks,
there's only one.
Do not pass a semi and go slow in front of the semi. Do not camp out as you're passing the semi. Don't camp out on their side. That's not going to be safe for you. Anything else that, you know, you're high up there, you can see a lot of drivers. What are most drivers doing when you look down there?
Most drivers are driving right there, staring at their phones.
Get off your phones, folks, is the moral of the story.
Everybody's on their phones these days. They can't put them down.
Now, in their defense, you are talking to us on your phone right now.
We are hands-free wireless, baby.
There you go. You passed the test.
What's the craziest?
I got your number saved. As soon as I see your story, I'm telling the S word to call Bellied up.
There you go. I like that.
Loaf, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen a driver doing on the road?
It's got to be passing on the shoulder doing like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's not good.
It has happened so many times that like it doesn't even surprise me anymore. And it's insane.
They pass like, you on the shoulder doing 100 miles an hour?
Wrong. Yeah, because a lot of our trucks have radars on them so we can see how fast cars are going in front of us. I'll get past, they move right in front of me, and it's 100 plus a lot of the time.
So those adrenaline junkies we were talking about, Charlie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, last question. How do you feel about those friggin' robots trying to take your job?
Did the robots cut them off? Don't talk bad about the robots. They just ended the call.
Here he is.
They're on to us.
Wolf, are you there?
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, there we go.
Going through a tunnel.
That.
Yeah, that's all right. I says, how do you feel about those robots trying to take your job?
Man, I got one thing to say to that. And if you think about this, it's going to blow your mind.
Okay.
If you think about pilots, airlines, flying 30,000 feet in the sky, they still have pilots in those planes, and they fly themselves 90% of the time. There's no traffic up there. There's no weather up there. You know, so until we can figure out how to make that happen here, I got job security for as long as I want it.
Well, the argument for that is the pilots aren't doing anything at 30,000 feet. They're mostly just taking off and landing. So all they have to do is figure out that part, and a robot could fly a plane. The other aspect is they like have self-driving cars already. So,
but how good are those in adverse weather conditions? You get a blizzard.
That is
What's
true.
That
is my question for it as well. Is what do you do when you gotta just slam it through a snowbank, and if you slow down, you get stuck? You know, Charlie.
Yeah. Is it what, a robot gonna get out and dig you out of that sucker? And then you gotta call the robot tow truck? Can you imagine a robot tow truck driver? Yeah, they got some bugs to work out, but I'll tell you what. I hear ya. I think that you're gonna be good for hopefully a long time. We'll see what happens on that whole deal. But
hopefully, because I'm only 4 years into this stuff, and I got a long way to go before retirement.
You got a long road ahead of you.
And a long road behind. You get that, Loaf?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I got you.
Well, my guy, thanks so much for calling in. We really appreciate you. And, may the road be with you.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Thanks for entertaining me for a little bit. And watch for deer now.
All right, you too, buddy. We mean that for you, especially mule deer territory you're in. We'll see you soon.
I thought, may the, what was it?
May the road be with you.
Yeah. And also with you.
And also with you. I mean, clearly
there's a huge problem. It doesn't matter what truck driver you talk to. People are slowing up. This is our awareness we're trying to bring to the truck driving community. Don't ride next to the semi for miles on end. Just pass them, and don't slow down when you get in front of them. That's all they ask.
Well, we bring up two things on here. One is the whole robot situation, and the other is that the fact that we're all driving like a bunch of like distracted robots with our phones.
Yeah, that's true.
So, anyways,
should we take another one?
Let's take another one.
My name is Hannah.
Hannah, what's going on today?
I am in Nevada, so it is morning time over here. And
where do you think we're doing our podcast at?
Well, Nevada is an hour earlier.
I know, but she's saying it like
not
we're
Nevada.
In Europe. It's like
she says it's morning time over here. She's just, she's starting the conversation like the way a dad leaves a voicemail. Yeah, Johnny. Hey, it's Dad. It's
morning
10 to 11 here. I'm in Nevada, just passing Reno, and I need you to call me. You overdrafted your account again.
Weather's pretty clear. Looks like it's going to be sunny rest of the day.
Yep.
Giving the weather in Nevada might be the funniest thing. What's the temperature like over there right now?
Hotter than hell. There's something going around that's asking you if you've ever been cremated. If you want to go visit Nevada in the summer. Doesn't matter, Reno or Vegas. It's just insane.
Yeah. A quick cremation. Get a discount on cremation to send them to Nevada. I like that. Well, why don't you belly up to the bar with us and tell us what's on your mind, Hannah?
Yeah. So, unfortunately, too, now that this would be how I get in, because I've only got a few minutes before I've gotten to appointment right now. But I've always wanted to move to the Midwest. I have a lot of family who's actually from Wisconsin. My great aunt and uncle live in Kohler, so I have been to the plumbing museum over there.
Nice.
But I'm a speech pathologist. I work in skilled nursing facilities, and a lot of the job is kind of just really getting to hang out with people and chit chat. And I'm curious, I've always lived on the West Coast, and I'm just kind of curious, once I am able to move to the Midwest, I'm thinking Wisconsin, but do the old people change? Like, I guess, like, how am I going to relate to some of these old people? Are there things that I should talk about, shouldn't talk about, how do I really kind of get on their level and come across, as a local or as a cool.
Well, here's what we'll do. We will say what we think old people are like, and then you can confirm or deny if that's what old people are like in Nevada. So, Charlie.
Okay.
What does every old person in the Midwest do or say?
They didn't do it like they used to. I think there's a lot of sort of movement and bodily situations meant with grunts, kind of as you age, that sort of like things hurt a little bit more. So there's sort of that situation. There's also a lot of discussing kind of like how I wasn't like that back in my day. I tell you what,
there's a lot of talking about how everything's gone to shit.
They
act like they lived in the golden era, and now everything is going to shit, and everything sucks.
This is worse than I remember it. Or they either go that extreme or they're like, oh, this was nothing. You should have seen what it was like in 1954. We thought the atomic bomb was going to come now, because this is no atomic bomb, I tell you what, right now. And also fishing spots.
Lot of, in that same vein, a lot of I had to fight in a war, It's like you're complaining that your phone is out of battery, but I was in Vietnam.
Yeah. Like, oh, poor you. You kids these days, what you have to deal with. There was a draft in my day, that might be coming back. But the other thing is, one thing I will say that I just got a huge complaint about at the bar in Fond du Lac is the ice on the lake. I tell you what, back when we used to be able to drive that gosh darn car out there on the lake, and we'd keep the windows up, for God's sake. There was no way that sucker was going to break. There's no ice at all, gosh darn it. So, fishing conditions changing is a big one as well. And I think your question is, how is it going to change when you come to the Midwest? I think one thing you can incorporate that you may not have out there in Nevada is the fishing conditions. You get yourself a good fishing report. Those guys are going to want to know. Even if they can't physically go fish, they're going to want to know who's catching what, and they're going to want to see pictures. And they're going to call them pictures, not pictures.
Okay.
Now, how does that compare to the old people in Nevada?
Minus the fishing. I haven't heard quite as many fishing stories that I assume you would have out there. Probably a bit less of the, I guess. So a lot of the people in Northern Nevada and Reno are California transplants. So I do hear a lot about how California's changed, and a lot of kind of the difference between like northern rural California versus the cities. A lot of complaining about that type of stuff. A lot of complaining about Nevadans with all the Californians coming in. That's like a huge complaint out here.
I feel like everybody's complaining about the Californians coming in.
Everybody, everywhere, everybody. I think it's a big thing in Texas and
Denver,
wherever.
Yeah, but that's it's good that it's their the thing that ticks them off. So you can always relate on that.
I think the moral of the story is, no matter where you go in the world, old people just love to complain.
Yep. So now, how about part of the job is a lot of dysphagia management, so kind of just helping with swallow troubles. So I have to change the consistency of patients' foods a lot and kind of essentially tell them how to eat. And I've noticed that it goes over pretty well, but I just have this feeling, having known my own grandparents from the Midwest, that kind of telling the older people how to eat or what to eat might not go over so well. Do you think that's going to be kind of a challenge?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tricky. If I know anything about an old guy from the Midwest, is you tell him to do anything, he will do the exact opposite. And in some sense, if you really start to think about it, old people are just like babies. I have a 1-month-old. I have to teach him how to eat food, just like you're teaching the old people how to eat. And I imagine when he turns around 3 years old, I'm going to tell him he needs to go brush his teeth, and he's going to go do the opposite. So maybe you play a little psychological warfare with him and tell him to do the thing you don't want him to do, so then they do the thing that you want him to do.
I think that you've got that kind of reactionary deal to anything you say. So what would be best is if it's not your idea, you know? Like if you say, "Oh, let me show you this trick here. My grandma taught me it." Then this person will probably trust the wisdom, because the thing that older folks have is they got a lot of wisdom, and they've got a good, I mean, think about it, they got a good idea of the way things have been done over time for a long time. So, you know, there's a lot of good nuggets you can get out of them. And sometimes that might be the deal. You find that the older person is actually eating the deal the way you want them to eat it. And then you're like, "Hey, Lonnie, how much do I got to pay you to get Trisha over there to eat her spinach the way you're eating yours?" Well, and make a deal with them. And usually that deal may be involved in, you know, just some sort of cribbage game, perhaps. Oh, bring a cribbage board. That's going to save you right there. You know, I tell you this, my grandma, I talked to her, look, you go through one game of cribbage, you're going to have a whole new appreciation for the person. So I think you need your icebreaker. You need a
also
board.
Get good at cribbage, and then you can just bet them. If I win, you have to do what I say, you know, and then they have to do what you say because you beat them in cribbage.
I think you have to get good enough at cribbage that you can beat them, but you intentionally don't beat them, because I feel like if you're beating them in cribbage, perhaps there may be some resentment there.
Unless you're
yeah, they wouldn't want a young whippersnapper beating them at cribbage every time.
Yeah. So anyway,
but, I know that it does seem like they like to play casino games a lot too. So to bring some blackjack to the nursing home.
Yep.
Yeah. Get them a slot machine. My grandma loves the slots. Can you take them on field trips?
It's difficult, but every now and then they often have an activities coordinator director at the nursing homes, and they'll schedule, you know, different kind of outings, field trip type things.
Yeah.
I don't know if casino's ever been one exactly.
Well, that's where.
But I have heard some stories of residents sort of escaping to casinos, since they're everywhere.
So why aren't we just steering into the skid here and bribing them with a casino visit? Hey, if you eat your food the way that we want you to eat it, we'll take you to the casino this week.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good point. Probably not wanting them to, I don't know, lose any more money to the casino. They're losing it to the nursing facility. But
that's true.
That's just sad.
Speaking of which, are we preventing you from getting inside there? Or do you have an 11 o'clock start time? Is that what you said?
No, I have an eye appointment, so it's not important.
Oh, okay.
I never get answered on this. I try calling in every time, so my eyes can wait.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, we shouldn't hold you up on your eye appointment.
You know,
no, we couldn't.
We couldn't. Hey, let me ask you this: with respect to the whole situation, you're from Nevada, or you said you have family in the Midwest, right?
From Nevada, but my grandparents are born and raised from the Midwest, from Wisconsin. They met in high school out in Wisconsin. I want to say something with a Stevens Point or something.
Are they still out there?
That's a place. No, they actually ended up moving to California, and then back in the 80s maybe, and then now they're in Texas actually. So
wow. They're one of those people in Texas. They're like, these Californians, but they would be wrong. Came from Wisconsin.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah. And I think they've kind of Midwestern roots. I think if you're born and raised, no matter where you go, you kind of keep that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And do you think you're actually going to come out to the Midwest, or is this kind of just a pipe dream at this point?
No, well, I suppose it's been a pipe dream for a while, but I mean, I'm very interested. And the thing with speech therapy is you can really do it anywhere. You know, there's old people everywhere. There's kids everywhere. There's, opportunity to go. So I've been told though that I am in for a very rude awakening come winter time. I don't know if I'd actually survive the winter coming from Nevada.
Well,
so are they really that bad?
I
mean, no, Charlie. If you say what they're like, she won't come.
Well, she's like in a cremation place right
but
now.
If we tell her what it's actually like, she's not going to come to the Midwest.
Oh, all right.
It's not too bad.
You know, climate change, it's really nice in the winter now.
Yeah.
Actually.
Plus, you find yourself a good parka. It's no problem. Maybe some snow bibs, and honestly, it's not too bad.
I've got all the gear. I prepped for the gear, and I mean, it gets chilly. We get some snow, so I like to go out snowboarding. My only thing is the sun. I don't know if lasting that long without seeing the sun. I've actually already invested in one of those little sun lamp lights, so you can sit inside with your little lamp and get your sun vitamin D.
Someone's been watching the Huberman podcast.
I just love that she's probably the only person in Nevada to buy one of those lamps. So,
yes.
Well,
I'd agree. I agree.
You should come
it's in preparation.
In preparation. So you're fully on doing it. Good. We are excited for you to come here, and there's plenty of spots where you'll be able to work with our old folks. And remember the fishing. You got to come out here, scout fishing spots first before you go in there full bore. All right.
Okay. All right.
Well, I appreciate you calling in today. Good luck at your eye appointment. Memorize the chart like my grandpa did so that he could still drive around town.
All right. Thank you.
We'll see you
I'll
soon.
Talk to you later.
Thank you again for calling. We see you.
Bless her heart for working with old people. That would be a tough job, honestly. Stuck in their ways, and you're trying to teach an old dog new tricks.
If I was an old person, I wouldn't want to listen to someone. That's for sure.
That is absolutely true.
Some would say I'm old already, and I don't want to listen to people.
I know. You don't listen to me ever.
No, I don't. Sometimes I say something that annoys you, and you give me a look, and I ignore it.
I know you do. Let's take another caller.
Hey, this is Tim. What's going on?
Not much, Tim. What's going on with you?
Oh, just driving. That's all I do now.
Where you at? What you hauling?
Oh, I'm taking a load of stone down in Michigan.
Okay. You're just a stone's throw away then. There.
Yeah, you could say that.
All right.
Stones drive away,
Things get kind of rocky sometimes.
Yeah, we could do this all day.
So you're a truck driver?
Yes, sir.
I love it. Well, belly up to the bar with us. Tell us what's on your mind.
Hey, so I bought another house.
Congratulations. And nice flex, by the way,
you.
Tim. Jeez,
he's got 2 houses.
Thank you, not to brag.
He's got 2 houses, and he's getting his rocks off. Ridiculous.
Well, I want to build a pole barn on the property. It's about a 3-acre property. I just don't know how big I want to go. Obviously, I want to go huge, but money can't really afford that.
Okay.
Well, why don't you sell one of your houses? Good Lord. So you got...
I plan on it, actually.
Well, why don't you just build a house, a shop, or a barn dominium, right? That's very popular right now. Build a barn that you live in and sell the houses that you got. Why don't you do that?
That's not a bad idea right there.
Have you considered a barn dominium?
Coming into the money issue. I have, but they're very expensive to build from start to finish. Probably about $250,000.
Well, $250,000 in today's economy isn't bad to build a new house.
Yeah, finance it. That's tomorrow's problem, Timbo. Come on. Think about today, my guy.
That's future Tim's problem, right?
Exactly.
Are you planning to build the barn yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that going to go?
That's such a dad thing to say.
What do you mean?
Do you have experience in building barns?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
You become a dad 2 weeks ago, and someone tells you what they're planning. You're like, yeah, how's that gonna go? Good Lord.
Okay, well, that's good.
Miles, congratulations on the sex, by the way.
Thank you. Confirmed one-time sex haver here in the flesh. So you're wondering how big to do it. What is kind of what are you thinking? What's the square footage you thinking?
I was kind of thinking either 40 by 60 or 60 by 80.
Go 60 by 80.
60 by 80.
Yeah, we only live once. Robots are going to take over in like, what, 10, 15 years? Go big, my guy. And don't worry about it.
Don't even get me started on AI.
Oh, we found one. 60 by 80 is what it is, okay? What's your conspiracy?
The question is why don't you go 80 by 120? Is the real question.
Go 80 by 120. What's your conspiracy on AI?
That's a very good question. So there is a guy that apparently his microwave tried to kill him over the weekend.
You got to get off TikTok.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was with you for a second, but
You got to put that phone away and start sketching
I heard
the
that
barn.
on the radio this morning, actually.
you heard it on the radio? Wait, microwave tried to, let me fact check that. Microwave tries to kill Miles. While I'm doing this, talk to him about his barn. Why don't you sell one of your houses, for God's sake? Why do you even have two houses?
Why do you have two houses? You have two families? What's going on?
Yeah.
No, so I have a house. I bought it in 2019. And because real estate has just gone up and up and up, it's worth about $75,000 more than I paid for it. So I bought another house for cash. And I'm fixing that one up so I can sell the one I currently live in and have a good chunk of change and no mortgage.
No mortgage. That's great. You're doing good things. Then just take that chunk of change and pour it into a barn.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're going to be able to
I
afford
don't think that would get me all the way there.
a 200 by 240 barn at this point. I think you got to go big.
Well, I got it. First of all, I checked up your story about the microwave trying to kill a man. It's from 2022, and it's like a tabloid story. I think you're fine. Here's what you do on the barn.
You can still use your microwave.
First thing you're gonna do on a barn is you're gonna make a giant. You're gonna pour the concrete, okay, to the smallest barn that you can afford, okay, and then you're gonna get 3 walls built and 1 giant sliding door. And then as you want to add on to the barn, it's just going to be easy, okay? Because then you just another slab of concrete, more walls, and that door you don't need to ever take down. You just move it.
What's the most expensive part about building a barn?
The concrete.
Okay. Why don't you just go dirt floor until
I
you can
can buy the
afford the
material.
concrete?
Because then why don't I just put a lean-to in my backyard? What's the difference?
That's what we're wondering. Why? What are you doing in this barn?
Working on trucks, cars, projects.
Yeah, workshop.
Working on trucks, cars, projects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why don't you do this? Why don't instead of
You guys
going?
got tractor pulls over there?
Yeah. You do the tractor pull?
I want to.
So is this just a hobby barn, or is any of the barn gonna make you money?
Probably just a hobby barn.
No, shut up. Do not say that. It is your new business. Do you want to write this off on your taxes or not? Don't be dumb. Make it your business, okay? The IRS isn't listening. Don't worry about it. I'm in trouble next year.
You got to start an LLC. You got to build it
And my
through the
FBI
LLC.
agent's writing all this down right now.
That would be, we would be screwed, Charlie.
We you know, you look. You've got 3 acres. Plant Christmas trees on some of it. There's a tax write-off.
It's a tree farm. It's not a barn.
Exactly. Put trees all around that barn. It's paying for the concrete. Write off all your raw materials, and whatever you build in that barn, you better start selling at least some of it, okay? On paper. I don't care what you do off paper.
Yep. Use accelerated depreciation, and you don't got to pay taxes for like 2 or 3 years.
Ding, 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 ding.
Pays for itself.
Problem solved here on the Bellied Up podcast. What do you think, Tim?
I'm kind of thinking the tree farm, not a terrible idea, but it's going to take a while before I can show a profit from that.
Well, you don't. If the first thing you need to learn about business is as soon as you show a profit, you got to start paying the IRS. So in reality, if you're breaking even or losing money, it's saving you money.
I got news for you, Tim. You got 7 years before you can even think about sniffing out a profit out of a tree farm.
And you can write it off for those 7 years, and you don't got to do any work.
Well, you do have to plant the trees.
What, one time?
One time, yeah. So, and you're doing good by the planet because you're probably not going to cut those trees down, let's be honest. But 7 years from now, the robots are going to take over anyway. So, you know, I mean, I feel like we got you a good plan, my guy.
Yeah. It's going to be Terminator 2 all over again.
Yeah. Judgment Day. Don't trust your microwave.
So, and the moral of the story here, build a giant barn, put it in an LLC, write it off, plant trees. You now have a tree farm. You don't got to pay taxes. And a little disclaimer, Charlie and I are not tax professionals, so don't take any of our advice. It's not real advice.
I just learned everything from Gordon Ramsay.
You're thinking of Dave Ramsey.
No, I'm not. So build also a big bunker underneath this thing just in case doomsday comes, okay?
Yeah.
And put a Christmas tree down there because you'll still want to celebrate Christmas in the apocalypse. Thank you for calling here. Anything you want to buy, sell, or trade?
If anybody's got a pulling tractor for sale, I'll buy it for $20.
Okay.
$20.
We have a serious buyer only clause here on our podcast.
Yeah.
You got to come with more heat than that.
Yeah. And you better not pay cash too. Keep track of it so you can write it off on your taxes. That's your first business expense when you buy that sucker.
Well, when you make a profit, can't you just buy stuff, say it's for your business, and then still not have to pay taxes on it? Correct.
That's how it works.
Yep. That's how she goes. And you can think, yeah, that's like what TurboTax lobbyists made all that possible or something.
Well, man, we appreciate you calling in today, and good luck with your barn. Good luck with your pull tractor dream, and good luck with the tree farm as well.
I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, have a good day.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Good.
Step right up and taste the summer fairs with Tippy Cow's Shamrock Mint. It's like the refreshing minty treats you'd enjoy while wandering the fairgrounds in Iowa or Minnesota. Whether you're playing carnival games or sampling unusual fair foods, Tippy Cow brings a nostalgic twist to your fair experience. Here's to summer fairs with all their wild rides, crazy food, the coolest minty treat. May your fair experience be as sweet as the glass of Tippy Cow's Shamrock Mint. Cheers to fun, food, and festivities, Miles.
Cheers, Charlie. Charlie, summer sports are in full swing, and with that comes the chance for a few bumps and bruises. You've seen a couple bumps and bruises in your day, haven't you, Charlie?
Yeah, Miles, because, you know, I'm a fighter.
Okay. Whether you're sliding into home plate or diving for a catch, injuries can sneak up on you. I hate when I'm diving for a catch in the backyard or at the ballpark and I pull a hamstring.
When was the last time you dove for anything?
What do you mean? I have a kid now. We play catch.
You've had him for like 2 weeks.
Well, you got to start them young, Charlie. And I hate that, though. But if me or a buddy ends up on an injured list, Nicolay Law is here to help. They're experts in personal injury cases and will get you the support you need to recover. So play hard. Remember that, Charlie, but stay safe. And remember, If injuries strike, Nicolay Law is your go-to team.
Hey there, my name's Nathan.
Hi,
How y'all doing?
We're doing good, Nathan. How are you doing?
I'm actually going off to a trade show for adult novelties.
Oh,
Adult novelties. Are you talking like trinkets to put in your hutch at your house and Chinaware, or is that what kind of adult trinkets or novelties we're talking?
Nah, nothing like that. Something a little bit more pleasurable. We're talking sex toys.
something that vibrates in the night.
You know, that's what I thought maybe you were talking about. So you're talking the hard sex toys.
It's like when you're. Do you own
We're
it?
talking just about it.
Why are you going to an adult toy store or an adult
toy store?
That's what they have in Wisconsin. I remember I was a kid and we were driving up north and I was like, Mom, Dad, what's the adult toy store? What kind of toys do they sell in that store? And I kept asking every time I saw one. Then my dad turned around and he was like, Charlie, do you know what pornography is? And my mom was like, Dick, we're not doing this now. Core memory. Anyways, what are you going to the
you work
convention
for a company that's in the sex industry?
That is correct. Yeah, I'm one of the salesmen, so I represent a bunch of different companies and sell everything that excites.
What's in your portfolio?
Yeah, what's in the portfolio?
Pretty much anything that you see on the walls there. I mean, I used to do marketing for them, so I help folks really just know how to sell them. And now I'm doing the selling myself.
What are you selling?
Yeah, quit beating around the bush.
Selling the stuff that help people beat around the bush. Anything, dildos.
There's not a more professional.
Let him
Okay, I'm
finish.
sorry. I'm
Let
sorry.
him
I'm sorry.
finish,
I'm sorry.
Charlie.
Sorry, we lost you after dildos. Sorry.
Dildos? What else?
Yeah, dildos, vibrators, the fuck butts, all that sort of stuff. That's all under my
No,
portfolio.
I don't know what that is.
What you said? Butt plugs.
Oh, I thought you said butt bugs.
So what is what's the hottest item in the pleasure market right now? What's flying off the shelves?
Let me think. I think the rose was probably the last big one that we had. I don't know if y'all heard about that one.
No.
What is it?
It was all over. It was all over TikTok. Wild. So it's called the Rose, and it was a little clitoral suction device, but it was in the shape of a rose. And everyone went crazy about it about a year ago. Maybe 2 years ago now.
Pectoral suction?
A pectoral suction.
Like on your pecs?
Yeah.
Like for your... Like
you said clitoral.
Oh, clitoral.
No, clitoral. Clitoris.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what's... Can I get the volume up in my ears a little bit? I'm turning old, I think. Thank you. Okay, so it's a little suction-y thing, and it's just... And then I get it. I get it now. Cool. Now, what
does your family think of your job? That's always what I think about when I think about anyone who's in the sex industry. What does the family think? You know?
That's how the family got there. So
that's
what
true.
the hell do they?
Yeah,
people are so
hypocrites.
Hypocritical
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was raised in Ohio with we'll say relatively conservative parents, so it took them a while to warm up to the profession.
And now they're your biggest customer?
I've introduced them to plenty, and I would say that they are they're happier now.
Okay, so you are a good salesman. You literally sold your conservative parents on sex toys. I like that.
That's like a hero story right there. This guy could sell sex toys to his parents.
To his uber conservative parents.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which
next person on my list is the local preacher. So
the next one is the preacher.
Yeah, that's what it's next.
Yeah, we got faith in you.
Yeah.
We got faith in you. What toy did you sell your parents?
One of the rabbit vibes. So insertable and external.
Like one where I'll Google it. Cool. So for both their pleasure.
Yeah. Well, when one's happy, the other's got to be happy, right?
That's true. So when you go to one of these trade shows selling dildos and other things, what's the hotel scene like? Is it getting wet and wild in the hotel rooms, or is everyone like, this is a business trip, I'm here, I'm locked in?
They're clearly locked in, Miles.
Oh, this is a business trip.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty locked in with this.
Yeah, no
I'm talking
hanky-panky.
to all of our vendors, talking to our customers. Nah, nothing like that.
All right. What do you think Charlie and I could use sex toys wise? If you were going to sell us, you saw us wandering around, you're like, wow, it's a couple of guys that could use some toys. What would you try and sell Charlie and I?
We'll do a role play. We haven't done a role play in a while.
God, what did we stumble into here, Charlie?
Oh, jeez. Oh, they've got.
Is this wait, what?
I'm going to have to go to confession.
But while we're here, we might as well browse a little, Charlie.
I don't know. I'm uneasy about it, Miles, but
we at least should learn what not to do.
Well, when you put it like that, sure. Let's go in.
Oh, here's a fellow. Hey, sir, what's going on? What do you got here on the shelf?
Oh, I've got some pretty solid stuff. What are you looking for at home?
Oh, no, not me. Miles, you tell him what you want.
I only have sex to make children.
Yeah,
so,
he's got one kid. He's only done it once. He's got to graduate
we're
first.
We're a little in over our head here.
You had, how long ago did you have your kid?
A month ago, so I'm still in limbo.
Yeah, it's a no-go for a while, you know.
All right, so no-go for a while, so it's still building back that intimacy, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
I've got something that I think would be perfect for you. We've got something that'll, it's from a brand called Pure, PJUR, and it is an enticing lubricant, but it also tastes like just fantastic, but it's going to be a warming sensation. Use that, help build up some of that intimate moment.
Okay.
And then you can just let nature take its course.
What does it taste like?
Strawberries.
Do you have remember when you went to the candy store and you got that big little thing of bubble gum? Do you have any that tastes like that, like Big League Chew?
Actually, you know what? Yes, there's a brand called Paradise that just came out with one just like that.
Okay.
I'll take 2 of those. Can you put it in a bag and put it on gum for me too? Can't find Big League Chew anywhere.
Oh, absolutely. I put it in my car. There's another company that makes it in a creme brulee flavor, and I throw that in my coffee every morning.
Oh, wow. Now we're cooking with gas.
It is always smart to stay lubricated.
Throw some on your ice cream, and then, that's just exciting right there.
All right, I'll take the lube. What does Charlie need, you think?
Well, Charlie, if I remember correctly, are you single currently?
Well, I'm divorced. I've been divorced for a long, long time.
Yeah, but you need something for yourself, right?
Yeah, I suppose I could look at something, but I'm not into this. This is the work of the devil, but I'll take a peek.
Oh, we got some great stuff here. Always fun to just take a peek around. But if anything catches your eye, we'll talk about solo pleasure whenever you're ready with it.
Okay.
I think he's ready. What should he be looking at?
Oh, there's a bunch of different things out there. You've got your strokers. Get a little bit softer grip on there, so you can do whatever you want with that.
What the hell are you
on there as well?
A stroker? Is this like a 2-stroke engine? Huh?
Is it diesel or mixed gas? What kind of stroker are we talking about? 2-stroke, 4-stroke?
Oh, if you're 2-stroke, we'll get you to something that'll make it 4-stroke.
Okay.
Wow.
They do say that about Charlie. He's about a 2-stroke, job, and then he's done.
Well, I will say 4 strokes are more efficient. So, anyway, what in the hell are we talking about here? What's the name of this thing? It's all wiggly.
The trade show. Yeah, the trade show that I'm at is called ANME, the Adult Novelty Manufacturers Expo.
What's the stroker called?
Oh, well, there's plenty of them out there, man. If you don't want to do it yourself, there's one called Keon. If you want to do it yourself, there's another one by a brand called Tenga. And there's plenty of them out there.
Oh, you're talking about.
So, Jared,
Let's talk price point.
well, Jared, you may need to bleep this out, but are we talking about pocket puppies?
Yes.
Okay. Why didn't you just say that?
Because he's selling a different
there's more than
brand.
Just pocket. Yes, there's a bunch of different brands out there, and they're not all called pocket.
Oh, there's a specific brand called that?
Yeah.
All I know is when I used
There's
to work.
another one called Wet Foot.
Wow. All I know is when I used to work concrete, there was a guy there who got a little drunk and ordered a package off of Adam and Eve, the ones you hear on the radio stations. And he ordered a portfolio of material, and it came with a free pocket pussy, and he brought it to the job site. So that was just something I never thought would happen at my concrete job. But
Really? You never thought that
No,
might
you're
happen?
right.
That seems
Probably
pretty
more-
well in line.
yeah,
with-
probably more common than I think.
Well, it was fun. It was fun getting the.
Are you sold, Charlie? You're in the market for a stroker
you know
now?
what? Look, he's a nice guy. And I'll take one of what you got, your least expensive one. Okay, and are you gonna throw in some stuff for free? Throw in some of that good tasting stuff for free, and we'll call her a day. No, it's got to be tough. It's got to be.
I've got this one.
Keep
I've
going.
got this one that'll come with a free movie download for you. So,
Okay. Well, I like to use the old dome. All right. So.
He's got his own portfolio in his
Sure.
head.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can't think it, you don't need it. That's what I always says. That way you don't
Fair
give
enough.
your secrets to the robots, They're on there. They're watching. You start watching something goofy, and before you know it, boy, you're in some interesting territory. So, no, I keep that all right up here. Keeps it more enjoyable, too. I could go to your convention and sell them people on some. You call it your imagination.
All right, man. Well, good luck at the show. Sell the hell out of your materials. And if you think Charlie's not going to do some Googling later, you are mistaken. So I think you probably found a new customer. And thanks for calling in, man.
yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Okay.
Nice talking to y'all.
Nice talking to you, too. Okay. Keep her moving. Anyways.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you get it? That was a pun in that scenario. Because Miles, the things with batteries, they move.
I got it.
Yeah, it was a nice guy, and
There's more than one way to make $1 these days.
there
Charlie.
is.
Yeah.
There's no judgment here on the Bellied Up podcast,
different strokes for
different folks. Yeah, I like that. And we had a lot of nice puns in there,
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Bellied Up podcast. Remember to tip your bartender,
Yep.
and we'll see you in the next one.
Watch for deer.